Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Cemetery Beach, issue number 7 by Warren Ellis and Jason Howard. Yes, this is also, just like Klaus, the video that I did before this, this is the last issue. Is it as good as Klaus? Does it has a satisfying ending as Klaus? Let's dive in. So we begin the president is hunting Mike and Grace, and he has some kind of an experimental escape pod, which is really big, and they're going to use it to hunt them down before they reach Cemetery Beach to escape. But one of the soldiers says to him, there's a procedure to this, and if we don't follow it, we will either blow up or touch most of the castle. And the president getting mad, it doesn't matter, launch. If we don't launch, there is no main castle, no world. Launch. Their death or mine. Death either way. So the soldier is going to do it, hesitant. And then, he was right. Everybody dies. Look at this. People flying all over the place. Things exploding. People incinerating. And he's even destroying lots of parts of the city to get airborne. And also these creatures, they're praising him, I guess. So going back to Mike and Grace, who's still in the vehicle going to the Cemetery Beach, and they have a chat about, Cemetery Beach itself. How does it work? Is there a place where we should go? And Mike says, "Don't worry, I recognize it when I get there." And he also, they all talk from, "Hey, what is Earth like?" And Mike says, they talk about being at sea, and that she can go into the sun and see some birds and maybe eat something that didn't leak out of a rock, and that she needs to get a free berry smoothie from the canteen when she get there. And he says that she's being questioned about what's going on. And then he writes something on a paper. And then before they continue their conversation, the president still plowing through the city, destroying everything in his wake or in his path, going through all the rings here, and they noticed that. Well, Grace noticed that there's something going. She senses something on the scanners. As you can see, the lifeboat, which is the size of the Titanic, probably catching up to them because it's going so incredibly fast, and they are, catching up on the. What's this called? I forget. Doesn't matter. And on the cannon thing here, but the everybody's dead of probably the G-forces, or this is not a very comfortable or safe ship. Probably everybody flying around against the walls, and they are being splattered all over the place, except for the president, who was strapped right in and he's surviving. And Grace says it's driving towards the beach. And that's exactly where they are now. So here they are flying. And this is the Cemetery Beach, the place that they are, they wanted to go anyway. So everything is crashing down. Everybody comes to a standstill. And Grace and Mike, miraculously, just like in every issue, even though he's bleeding, but mostly they are unscathed. And Mike says, "Hey, we need to go that way. Let's go." And but Grace says, "Should we take cover and see what comes out of that thing?" And Mike said, "I really don't want to, because the speed that thing was going to try to catch us probably shook everyone inside to death." But that's not the case, because the door opening, all the bodies are flying out, and we have here the president with I believe a sniper rifle. And he yells, "Well, everybody's weak. All too weak to survive my great chariot ride. This is my time." And he shoots Mike in the arm. The end is near. Then Mike dives over and finally finds his way out, his ride, if you will. But then Grace says, he pushes a button. She noticed this is there's only room for one person, and she feels a little bit duped. And Mike says, "Don't worry about it, we're good." And Grace says, you knew all along this thing only fits one person." But then Mike says, "Listen, I couldn't save my mother, couldn't save my father." He basically says, he couldn't save his two girlfriends, his best friends. He couldn't save anybody, and this is the best thing he can do. So he gets the piece of paper, throws it into the pot or whatever it is, and says also that Grace is a great person and that she is saving his ass since the moment that they met, and that she deserved to live. She's being teleported away, and then we see the president running towards him. Not sure why he's doing that, because he has a sniper with a scope, or a gun with a scope. He could shoot him easily from a distance, but no, he's not going to do it. And then he yells that Mike is trapped with him, and that he can go nowhere. And he says, "I win. I am the president. I'm going to win." And Mike says, "So you're the president of this giant toilet planet. I want a word with you." So I think, oh, cool. We're going to get a nice conclusion and some epic battle. No, because this is it. So Grace told this story to, the people on Earth where it all began, to these military guys. And there was also a note from, "Grace is a resistance best fighter I have ever met. Loyal, true, saver, believer, Mike." And then they need to find a strategy to go back to the planet. And Grace says, "Well, we're going to do some research. First, we're going to save one man, then we save my world. So stand up. Here we go." The end. Wow. That is a very disappointing conclusion to this saga, if you can call it a saga. This is so anticlimactic. So basically, the premise is cool. There's people there. There's an infiltrator. He needs to get some information and get the hell out of the place to report back, right? But there is no explanation why these people are going to another planet, and go live there, or making the society there. And it doesn't matter if you agree with them when it comes to how it's being run. They chose to leave Earth, and now in modern times, they sent a guy to that planet to do what? To stop them from what? They are doing not well. Like I said, it's been run by, I don't know. Is it the word communist? Is that the right word? Probably not. I'm not sure. Let's leave politics out of it. But how it's been run there. It's not for you. It's a different planet. It's not Earth. The rules are different there, and the story is it's not really over the place, but it's so vague that you have to, put the pieces together. But I'm not still sure why people of Earth want to go to that planet in modern times and stop the president doing what he's going to do. Because through the old comic book, although it's a shitty place with some strict regiments and people are being held as slaves, yeah, that's a bad thing. But you are not the government of the whole world or another world. And then the ending is so anticlimactic, and there is no follow-up, by the way. This is coming from 2019. So, and there's no hints of a sequel. And Mike is a very unlikable character. I cannot recommend this comic at all. Now, if for instance, if this president here is now, I don't know, like a very terrible people that, how do you say, tortures people, enslaved people. You see them, and Mike is born on that planet, and he's going to escape, and he wants to escape that planet, and even stop the president. Then yeah, because you are coming from that planet, you're living on the planet, you have to abide to the rules. But then no, some outside force is the same if America is going to invade China or something, or Russia, because they are not agree with how things are going there. And you can say whatever you want about those countries. I'm not a big fan of what's happening there, but it's not it's their country. It's not my country, and I'm not going to enforce my will onto other people's. I mean, we've seen that through the years many, many times, and we all know how that's going to work, or yet how it's not going to work. I mean, people are. Okay, now I'm going into politics. Let's not do that. I cannot recommend this. I didn't enjoy it at all. I mean, there's some cool set pieces. The action is great. It's fantastic. It's very over the top. Even the dialogue is a little bit over the top. But when it comes to story, no. And even the ending, I cannot recommend it at all. It's too anticlimactic, and Mike is a piece of shit. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm signing out. I see you next time.